Hello and welcome to the 100-day art challenge. This video is number 72 of 100 and I'm doing a series of 3 videos about making some digital sketches. This is going to be a little bit different. I'm not a digital artist. I'm not really very good at this type of thing, but it's time to play around with Procreate, see what I can figure out, and try to discover certain tools and methods and patterns and just enjoyable practices in the digital space that I just don't utilize. I have done a digital piece for the challenge before, but when I did that, it was figurative. It was from imagination, so there wasn't any reference image, but I was drawing a person and just adorning them in decoration and all types of accessories that I thought would be interesting, basically creating texture and details. And I like that. I might do another set of those before the end of the challenge, because I only did one and it was really scribbly, so I would like to try and do something a little bit more tidy. But as you can see, for this one, this is just me at a desk with Procreate, and I am just creating a wash at the bottom of the screen. Now, full disclosure, this is in fact the third one that I made of these 3, so I'm uploading them out of order. The reason being, I think this one worked out the best. That's my opinion anyway, and my feeling is that for the first 2 digital sketches that I made, I was really thinking and being careful with the marks that I made, and I'd make a decision and then I would wait and I would think about what space it took up, and then I'd make another decision, and it would be very contemplated and slow. Whereas for this piece, I did the opposite. I thought, I'm just going to make marks and then change the brush, change the colour, make marks, change the brush, change the colour, make marks. Really reactive, quick, very impulsive creation, and I much prefer this one. It has a different energy to it and flow, which I couldn't have done were I to have sat and thought about what I've made and what it looks like and what it could mean. And I think that's possibly the way that I should go, even though there is an in-between. I think there's a middle ground that I need to explore, which is when I make a mess, which is a lot of what this is, perhaps I should then go back and clean it up. I have this practice with physical materials, which is alla prima or impasto even, because I do things in one session. So I don't take a painting that I've made by a lake back home and finish the painting. I just make what I can, and then I take it back home and look at it and think, well, I sort of failed there, but I'll carry that failure with me to the next one so that I try to avoid the same mistakes. And that's my philosophy so far with plein air painting, and it seems to be similar with a lot of art making. Once I've finished a certain amount of sessions or one session on a piece, if I feel that it's finished, then it's finished. I won't continue with it. I say a certain amount of sessions because with pencil and ink separately, a pencil piece or an ink piece, I will sometimes have 3 or 4 sessions to complete a drawing. Whereas with this, it's similar to my plein air practice. And it was just really fast for this one. That's not the case with plein air painting, but this was no going back and thinking, no, I think I should have redone that way. So in the next 2 videos you will see, hopefully you'll notice a difference between the next 2 and this one, because this one, I think the marks that I make stay on the surface and sit there and contribute to the piece, whereas in the next 2 videos you will see marks come and go, and I'll change my mind and I'll remove things and go back and then take a while to use different brushes. You see the misty light green, I think that's an airbrush or some kind of spray paint of some kind, and I just decided to do that. I just thought that's what I'm doing because that's what I selected, so therefore that's what it is. Just like that wash on the top with a textured brush, which lightens everything in a yellow green, it was just done. It's too late. I made that decision, so therefore everything has that mark to it. And I don't mind that, because it's chaos and it's crazy, but it added a lot of movement to the piece that I think I just wouldn't have decided to keep. And there are layers in there which I appreciate. So this is the piece that I created. I really enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the video. I appreciate you watching. I'll see you tomorrow.